through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Yaya Toure. And he's got the ball glued to his feet. Roberto Baggio! Caught offside that time. Company. Looks like a good ball through. Company. Roberto Baggio. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Felipe, Matuidi, Felipe, Matuidi, who's made his mark on this game. Great ball, now the shot, looking to force his way through. They've done it! And they get themselves in front! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Well, once upon a time I was harsh on goalkeepers, but now I'm more sympathetic because the ball moves all over the place these days, and we've just seen it again. Listen, it's no surprise to me as to who scored the goal. When you look through this team, he's the standout performer with a whole repertoire of different talents. He'll do for me every time.
Sterling. Neymar. And a charge down the left. Koscielny. Cristiano Ronaldo with the ball through. Fantastic! That is classic Kun Aguero!
Oh, this is a real show of character. Rather than let their heads drop, they've stood proud and fought hard. Brilliant. And as soon as they made that error in midfield, they didn't have time to react before the ball hit the net. Very much a lesson learned.
He's made it two, and no doubt he's hungry for more. So all square and not... What a wonderful goal!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Napoli take the lead.
Yeah, for me this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Roberto Baggio. Spoon forward. He's made sure that that won't get through. Felipe. And the first 45 minutes are up. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I'm sure the managers talk the talk, and now it's time for these players to walk the walk and deliver a rousing response to a rousing team talk.
Company tries the route one option. Really well taken goal. They have done it! They have their equaliser! Jim, your thoughts?
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. It's there!
And some players are just capable of grabbing a game by the scruff of the neck, and his immense talent may just have done exactly that, and injected the belief that they can retain their lead this time round. Neymar did so well with that interception, but what followed was a pretty lethal counter-attack that took seconds to convert. That's as sharp as it gets, believe me.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
That defence must be sick of the sight of him. He's been persistent and ruthless all game. He just hasn't...
The sheer brilliance of Roberto Baggio! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. Well, that always looked the likely outcome.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting. Well, they've opened a nice gap at this stage, but there's nothing to stop them from trying to widen it a little further.
Oh, surely that deserved better.
And it just goes to show you how effective those through balls can be. All it needed was a better execution.
Hoists it high. Ibrahimovic, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Kouyaté. Yaya Touré. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Looks to slip it through. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Alaba. And it's Aguero. They've won a corner. Massive leap! Went with his head but couldn't steer it in. Felipe. Referee's given a throw. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Robin. Now the pass. It's Neymar! They've scored!
Oh, that was a close call, but for me, he timed his run to absolute perfection there to stay just onside, and he's still a lot to do, you know, but I think he's tucked that away really well.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Matuidi looks to dink one in. Cristiano Ronaldo. Willian passes it through. Neymar. He's off on a marauding run. Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. It'll be a throw-in. It's a throw. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Tries a through ball. Neymar! Goal! Napoli! They've got their lead back! Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
Neymar is the obvious danger man here, and yet he was afforded way too much freedom. I think he was gifted that goal. His reputation should have been warning enough for them.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
This is one of the best performances I've seen in a while. He's practically taken on this team single-handedly, and they don't know how to stop him.
Napoli get themselves into the lead.
Listen, it's no surprise to me as to who scored the goal. When you look through this team, he's the standout performer with a whole repertoire of different talents. He'll do for me every time.
Promising move that, good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Koscielny, definite fell there. Vidal. Now it's Messi. Now the pass. Roberto Baggio. He's scored! Tying minutes, and we're all square again. A pretty simple finish in the end. What do you think, Jim?
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
He's made it 2, and no doubt he's hungry for more. So all square with almost no time remaining. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Well positioned to make that interception.
This late on, they need to be pushing forward if they're going to get a result.
And it's Robben. Looks like a good ball through. Neymar. Oh, he's broken through. Marvellous goal!
Listen, it's a massive contribution to help his team in front again, and his determination and stamina has enabled another late addition to typify his commitment from start to finish. I just think he showed a lovely appreciation of where that defensive line formed, and he helped.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. And in the end, it got away. They just weren't allowed to build on their lead. They lost their lead, and they lost the game. Your reflections then, Jim?
Look, they've been found wanting, in my opinion, in a few areas that would have made a difference to the result. So they need to go away and just have a good think about it, and I'm sure they can come back stronger.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.